the Revelation 2 Chocolate Tempering Machine by ChocoVision. To begin, place the bowl with the bumps down into the corresponding divots in the machine. You'll turn the bowl until it fits snugly into those divots. The baffle acts as a divider between melted and unmelted chocolate during each cycle, and the probe seen here reports the chocolate's temperature to the processor inside the machine. That probe is wired directly to these pins, which once lined up and slid into these holes, will lock the baffle into place. Insert the bowl scraper into the allotted ridge beneath the probe. You'll note that the scraper does not lock into place in the baffle until the baffle locks into place in the machine. Make certain the bowl scraper bends forward towards the front of the machine. This is the baffle clip, which you will slide into place on the baffle like such in order to prevent unmelted chocolate from escaping the bowl. To power the machine on, simply plug into any standard 110-volt wall outlet. You will know the machine's on because the digital display screen and control panel will light up. You are now ready to work with chocolate. Place up to 1.5 pounds of solid chocolate behind the baffle. Once filled, place the lid back on top of the bowl to prevent heat loss during the melt cycle. To initiate the melt process, you will select between the white, milk, and dark chocolate buttons that are flashing on the machine. In this case, we're using dark chocolate and have pressed that button. As the chocolate begins to melt, it will collect and pool on the bowl scraper, eventually submerging the probe. To change the default melt point of 108 degrees Fahrenheit, press and hold the temperature arrow up button and allow the numbers to scroll until your desired melt point is reached. In this case, it's set at 115 degrees Fahrenheit. To return to the default 108 degrees Fahrenheit, press and hold the temperature down button until your desired temperature of 108 is seen. Over roughly 20 minutes, your chocolate will continue to climb toward the 108 degree melt point. The chocolate has now reached its melt point, indicated by a series of loud beeps and the flashing of the temper button. Remove the lid and place up to 1/4 pound of chocolate behind the baffle to act as seed. Note the difference between the Temper 1 and Temper 2 options in your instruction manual. For the sake of this demonstration, we will be using the Temper 2 option, which takes your chocolate below the set temper point and then slowly raises it back to it. Note the display screen showing a temperature below the set temper point of 88.7 degrees for dark chocolate. You'll see the heat indicator light begin to flash as the temperature rises to the set temper point of 88.7 degrees. Once that temperature is reached, you will hear another series of beeps and the seed out button will flash until pressed. Remove the lid and any remaining seed chocolate from behind the baffle after pressing the seed out button. Within moments, you will hear 3 prolonged beeps and the ready light will begin to flash, indicating that your chocolate is in perfect temper and ready for use.